Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to these YouTube streets. This is your homegirl. Bosa. 914 Westchester County, New York. AKA 1000, AKA the Jeeper Creeper on this shit, AKA Lucy the Vampire, AKA the German Shepherd in the goddamn room. Yeah. I know it's early. I know it's only a few minutes after 3 o'clock in the morning. But I got up. I woke up. I got up. I looked around. The house feels cold this morning. The house feels mighty cold this morning. I started noticing that the house was feeling different last night. I believe the temperature dropped outside. I do believe that. Because it was warm all day yesterday. I hope everyone enjoyed their Thanksgiving. I hope everyone enjoyed their day of thanks. Some of us celebrate the holidays, don't. We got one in the building. Good morning. We got one in the building. Good morning. Shout out to you. Thank you for coming in. I know it's early. I know people are probably still asleep. Some people are tired from yesterday's activities. Some of you was able to spend time with your family and your friends. Some of you probably went out to eat in a fancy restaurant, or you went to a place where you had a buffet. I myself, I cooked at the house, a small dinner. I still got a lot of stuff left over from yesterday, so I put everything up in the refrigerator, washed the dishes, and then I went back on the streets. And I started thinking about what happened, not yesterday, but the day before, Not yesterday, but the day before. And I started thinking about the attitudes of certain people in the sector. And if you can read the title of this video, I'm talking about the white and black doll test. How many of you would actually fail that test? Remember, there was a video on the YouTube streets where the children were being asked certain things about the white and black doll and how they saw the white and black doll. Who was evil, who was good, who was considered ugly and unattractive, who was considered beautiful, which doll children mostly preferred, either the white doll or the black doll. And I said to myself, this is actually not an experiment, this is a test. And those black children failed the test. Well, not necessarily failed and passed, but these were young kids and they all thought good things about the white doll and they thought negatively about the black doll. We got a lot of people, grown-up people in the world, not only just on this app, on this platform, on other social media platforms, But in life, in the world, those attitudes are very prevalent and they're very strong. In the Black community, we got a thing called colorism. We got a thing like that. And what I come to find about people, not only on this platform, but people in real life, especially in the Black community, there's a lot of self-hatred going on. There's a lot of self-hatred going on. The darker you are, the more ugly you are considered. Let's say that again for the people in the back. In our community, the darker your skin tone is, the more unattractive you are. If you have a wide nose or thick lips, you are considered ugly. You are considered unattractive. In our community, people are more lenient and they favor the European standards of beauty. We're not Greek. We're not Roman. We're not living in China or Japan. We're living right here in the United States. And we got this thing where we call each other the N-word, nigger. I use it. I use the word nigger. I'm guilty of using it. I'm guilty of having certain attitudes towards people in the community. And I found out that my issues ain't as deep as some other people's issues, but I'm considered mentally ill, disabled upstairs because of my emotions, me not being able to regulate my emotions on a certain level. We got some people in the sector who talk down on other Black people that's a part of our community. This is the Black community. People are in love with the European standards of beauty. But they got the nerve to say that they are woke and they understand what racism is. They understand what colonialism is. They say they got a strong foothold on what these things are. They got the knowledge to what it is. But yet, they can call each other apes, monkeys, gorillas, and they hate on people that have what is considered African features. I've been hearing it all my life. All my life. Me and my brother, we grew up in the foster care system of New York. We went to public school in Westchester County. From the time it was time for us to go to school until the time it was time for us to move to the South. I was 15 years old when I moved to South Carolina. But before I left to relocate to South Carolina, we was living in Westchester County, New York. We was living, and it seemed like the people there, and this is where I started learning attitudes. People had an attitude with people that had the dark skin, the wide nose, the thick lips. They got an issue with that. When me and my brother was growing up, we had a strong sense of who we was. We knew we were Black. We knew that we are part of the Black community. We knew that. When we would watch films and they would talk about Africa, they would discuss certain countries in Africa, all the other children laughed, but me and my brother never did. We never laughed at the dark skin. We never laughed at the thick lips. We never laughed at the wide nose. It was a few months ago during the summer, I was working on a construction site with a young man. His name was Freddie. I've discussed who Freddie was, who he is. He was my co-worker from the other company, the other temp company I worked with. There was one particular day, something had happened on the work site that we was at. We were trying to get the attention of whoever it was so an accident wouldn't happen. And I spoke the words. I didn't say stop. I didn't say hey. I didn't say what's up. I said the words, Nini kuzimu kila wakati. And when Freddie heard me say those words, Freddie said, that's not English. That's not Spanish. That's an African language. Girl, where you learn that at? You not supposed to be speaking African. I explained to Freddie that he might be a little ignorant. I said, it's not a off-brand African language. It's a language called Swahili. I said, Freddie, I've been teaching myself how to speak some Swahili phrases. I've been teaching myself little bit after little bit. Same thing with Spanish. Shout out to the chat. We got 2 in the building. Thank you for coming in. Good morning. Shout out to you. Those that are not here, I'm sure they'll catch the replay. I'm hoping they will catch the replay because this particular video is very important. To make a long story short, I explained to Freddie what Swahili was and why I was learning it. Because I felt it was important for me to know. Because there was a certain instance that happened like over a year ago where there was another gentleman, he's much older than myself, shout out to him, wherever he may be. He was from New York, and I heard him speak some words in Swahili. I didn't know what he was saying. I wanted to know what he was saying. And when I asked him, I said, I hear you speaking these beautiful words. What are you saying? What kind of language is that? He explained to me, he said, it is Swahili, and I advise you to learn it. He said, you're not going to learn everything in 1 year. The only way you do everything in 1 year is if you practice it every day. He gave me some tidbits on how to start studying Swahili. And then he left. He left. I never saw him again. Never. So as time went on, I started hearing more words in Swahili. I inquired to my girlfriend one day. Her name is KK. I said, KK, I said, you speak Spanish. I speak very little Spanish. She said, yes, Arabia, but you're learning very quickly, and I love the way you're learning. I said, I want to learn something else. She said, what do you want? I told her, I said, I want to learn how to speak in Swahili, how to use Swahili phrases. I said, it sounds cool. It sounds unusual and cool to me. It's a beautiful language. So we started studying together. And the first Swahili phrase I ever learned was Kuja na mimi kula jakula miji baridi. Basically means, come with me to get something to eat. Give me a cold glass of water. Now, when I speak those phrases, I says, Twendi zetu. Twendi zetu. Kuja na mimi. Kula jakula. Miji baridi. Karibu. Ni umbani. Ke wangu. Kuvuta kiti. Kachini. Marafiki. Yangu. And then I started learning other phrases in Swahili. And sometimes I'll actually share with the rest of you other Swahili phrases, good and bad. And some of you have been learning little by little. Some of you are still ignorant to what Swahili is, so you'll make fun and you'll do that tongue twisting stuff, but it sounds good to me. And I don't get mad. I get glad. I get glad. And sometimes if something is happening in a chat or somebody is saying something that I don't quite understand, I will say the words, Nini kuzimu, kila wakati. Or I will say a Spanish phrase. Que lo que, mi gente. Papa Dios, abre la puerta. Dios mío, que diablo, que carajo. Shout out to the chat. Yesterday, after I cooked my food, I said to myself, las comidas está lista para mí. So I feel good about that. But there's a lot of people in this sector, not only just in this sector, but in the Black community all around the world, where having black skin is not a positive thing to the rest of the world. And I've been trying to figure out for the longest time, for 50 years, why black skin is so hated. I learned about this one woman, Mother Fletcher. Mother Fletcher. She was 7 years old when the Tulsa, Oklahoma massacre started. She lived in a place called Greenwood, aka Black Wall Street. And everyone knows what happened to Black Wall Street. And that's not the first time that has happened in this country. Shout out to the chat. We got some people in this sector who say that they're a part of the Black conscience community, that they don't agree with the Nation of Islam doctrine. They don't agree with Elijah Muhammad or Louis Farrakhan or Dr. Muhammad. They don't agree with the universal supreme high priest of the Nation of Islam and the world. They don't agree with Clarence 13X. They don't agree with Malcolm X. But they're part of the conscience community, right? So if you're part of the Black community conscience, which group do you belong to? Which group do you fucking belong to? For real, for real. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. I got some people in the sector that call me different names. Dr. Rivers, Minty Fresh. So when I heard the name Dr. Rivers, I said to myself, who the fuck is that? I knew people were trying to insult me because they don't like me. They think I'm ugly. They think I'm unattractive. In their eyes, I am. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. I realize that. And I don't give a fuck how people feel about me. They can suck a bag of dicks. Matter of fact, eat a bag of dicks and fucking die. And I mean that. I mean that. From the bottom of my Cape Verdean heart. I mean that. So what did I do? Now, I heard this phrase being spoke by this one dude. His name was what? Easy Dizzy. I call him Easy Dizzy. Shout out to Easy Dizzy. He called me Dr. Rivers. I said, I wonder who Dr. Rivers is. So I looked up who Dr. Rivers is. And Dr. Rivers is an NBA coach. Now, I forget which team he's coaching for now, but when I read about Doc Rivers, I said, this man is successful. This man is an NBA coach. He's successful. I looked at him. I looked at his facial features. I said, okay, got some similarities going on. I could rock with that. I could live with that. I didn't let that bother me. Because people that call me names, they feel themselves. That's why they call me names. I don't give a fuck. I call my own self names. Because I know what people think about me don't really fucking matter. Not in real life. Because if this was real life, he wouldn't even open up his mouth to call me no fucking Dr. Rivers. Dr. Rivers, but he was asking to go on a date with me a couple of months ago. King Stoner remember that because King Stoner reminded me of that when I was in Lonnie's chat yesterday. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to King Stoner. Shout out to Lonnie. Lonnie has nothing to do with it. Lonnie was doing her own video. It was the first video, live video that Lonnie did. She was live between 7 yesterday morning until 3 o'clock till she got off of work. Shout out to Lonnie. King Stoner was in the chat. I guess he was irritated with Easy Deezy. He was irritated with Russell Red and them. I don't know how King Stoner feel about me, but he seemed to be irritated with them. I wasn't irritated with them. They could say they little slick shit. I don't give a fuck. They feel bad about who the fuck they are. That's why they choose to call me names. But they call me Dr. Rivers. Doc Rivers. He's an NBA coach. Shout out to the chat. Let's go a little bit deeper. I think it was last year, maybe 2 years ago, where I heard Sis Rabbit got a wrench. Call me Minty Fresh. Minty Fresh. I looked up who Minty Fresh was. I said, I don't know who these people are. Looked up Minty Fresh. I pulled up a picture of this dude. He's a successful rapper. He was down with No Limit. He was down with Lil Wayne and them. Shout out to Minty Fresh. I said, why these niggas keep calling me these different names? One of them calling me an NBA coach. The other one is calling me a famous, successful rapper. See, when they try to destroy me, when they try to destroy my self-esteem, or they try to attack my securities inside myself, they give me these fucking names. These names that don't mean nothing. Because they don't like African features. So they try to make me feel bad about me, but I ain't gonna never feel bad about me. Because I'm not up some man's ass trying to get a man to like me. But I'm a female, but I'm not trying to get another man, another stranger on this platform to like me. If you like me, if you don't, you don't. If you don't like me, don't fuck with me. Don't come around me. If you feel that the only way to express yourself when you're frustrated with me or you're angry with me is by calling me names, you got an issue, not me. Because I know who I am on the inside. You don't know who you are. And every man on this platform that fixes their mouth to try to tear me down and call me names, they're the ones with the insecurities. They're the ones with the problem. They're the ones with emotional disturbances. They're the ones that can't regulate their mental. But they won't talk about me. They want to talk about Lonnie. They want to talk about, different women on this platform. They want to try to make fun of people. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. The only thing I can say, we got a lot of beta males on this platform. And I find it very interesting that we got a lot of men on this platform in this sector that enjoy attacking a woman. They won't attack another man as quick as they would a woman. You know why? Because deep down inside, they want to be women. Some of these men got the Marcus Wesson ego going on, and he had an issue with women. That man I'm thinking about, he's in prison right now. He's there not because of the color of his skin, not because he's wearing dreads in his hair. He is there because he decided to destroy the female relatives in his family, his own children. People are dead because of his attitudes towards women. Shout out to the chat. And that's a reality. This whole society has a problem with women. This whole society, the whole world, they got a problem with females, and they got a problem with people with dark skin, dark complexions. Features that they feel are unattractive. I grew up in New York, and I kept hearing, like, when they would do roasting sessions in the school, and you know how kids pick at each other. And the first thing they wouldn't say nothing else about me, but the first thing if they wanted to talk bad about me, they would talk about the thickness of my lips. I'd be like, what's wrong with my lips? I always thought to my own self that I got some sexy ass lips. I know I got bedroom eyes. I'm not everyone's cup of tea, but I'm somebody's cup of tea because I've had sex. I've gone out on dates. I've dated people. I've been in long-term relationships with men and women. And a lot of people say, I can't believe that she's bisexual. Yes, because I talk about my sexuality openly. I've discussed it. Lonnie knows, because Lonnie pays attention. Sister T knows. You know why? Because Sister T pays attention. Brown skin lady knows. Why does she know? Because she pays attention. Queen Regina knows. Why does Queen Regina know? Because she pays attention. They all know who Birdman is. They all know. They all know who he is. He's passed away now, but when he was living, everybody knew who the fuck Birdman was. And people can't believe that I've actually been in relationships with other human beings in a sexual manner. They can't believe it. But yes, I'm 52 years old. And yes, in my 52 years of living, I have been with both men and women. I have dated outside of my race. Yes. Yes. And I enjoyed myself. I enjoyed each relationship, no matter how toxic it was, whether it was good or bad, whether it lasted a long time or not. Most of my relationships are long term. And if they're not long term, it's because I only wanted to date. I was only interested in getting my pussy worked on. Shout out to the chat. How many of you have actually got into a bathtub and took a bath with your significant other? How many of you have been in the bathroom taking a shower or a bath and your significant other comes into the bathroom to use the toilet facilities, or they just want to spend time with you while you're in the bathroom? How many of you have done that? There are some of you who have children. But how do you take care of your children if you're on YouTube all day? How do you tend to your children if you're on YouTube all day? And some of you got children that are still in school. Still in school. Shout out to the chat. I'm only know who Russell Red is through Lonnie, because when Lonnie goes live, Russell Red usually hits her link. He comes up there and he talks to her, which is a beautiful thing. He feels that she's someone that he can talk to. He feels very friendly towards Lonnie, but he doesn't like me. He said he doesn't watch none of my videos, but he knows enough about me to have judgment about me. But this man refuses to show himself on camera. I have yet to see Russell Red on camera. I have yet to see Easy Deezy on camera. At least I can show the world what I look like, who I am, and not be ashamed. Because I'm not going to feel shame as an adult. People did that to me when I was a child. I'm no longer a child. I can protect myself. And if I feel motherfuckers are too disrespectful, I have no problem hitting the link. But I'm not in Lonnie's chat to destroy her chat. I'm not there to cause any kind of problems. If I got a problem with somebody and I don't like them, I can either what? Number one, ignore them, or number two, leave the chat. But I'm not going to go over there to Lonnie's chat and make a scene. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to cut her wisdom from what she's talking about, because I got out of my feelings. I got emotional, and I come up there to try to destroy someone else. I'm not a drunk no more. So those days are over. Okay? Me and Lonnie are friends. We don't have an issue. But there's some people on this platform want us to have an issue. I'm not here to make a jackass out of myself. But when it's time for me to speak, I will speak. And I can speak very well from my platform. When I go live on StreamYards, Russell Red, Easy Deezy, anybody that got an issue with me can fucking hit the link over there and come up and discuss with me their issue. Because I'm not going to do it on nobody else's platform, especially if the host didn't ask me to come. Okay? Shout out to the chat. And that's as simple as that. I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going to keep it very simple. And that's my opinion. That's my feeling. That's what I'm going by. So I'm not concerned with what strangers say about me, because I know they got a self-image problem. They are choosers of the white doll. You have already failed the test. You're not qualified to talk about me. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never, ever motherfucking hurt me. And that's what a lot of people want to do. They want to try to hurt me. You can't hurt me. Nothing you can do will ever hurt me or ever fucking destroy me. You got to remember, I'm the BT 1000. You got to remember, I was with Soda Nation for years. So I've been on this platform longer than some of you sons of bitches. I've been here a long time, longer than some of you sons of bitches. Yeah, your mama is a bitch. I call your mama a bitch. And I must be your daddy because you're so concerned about me and what I look like. Camera up. Let's see what some of you zombies over there look like. Because a lot of you are insecure. That's why you hide behind those fucking avatars. That's why you hide. You hide behind fucking letters. A letter don't mean shit to me. An avatar don't mean shit to me. All my avatars that I have of me are of me. They're either real life photos I've taken of myself or drawings of myself. And I have one subscriber that completed those drawings, completed different avatars for me. All my avatars look like me. Who do you look like? Turn your camera on. You don't want to turn on your camera because you don't want people to turn your TV off. You don't want people to destroy you with words, to vanquish you with words. You can't take it. You can't stand it. Russell Red should have had his own channel by now. He hides behind Lonnie. He hides behind Garrick. Yes, he do. Easy Deezy does the same thing. Hides behind Garrick. Hides behind KB. Hides behind Lonnie or whoever else he can hide behind. You can't hide behind Lonnie. They be saying negative things about me and to Lonnie, and Lonnie just ignores them. Or she tells them, yo, stop. Stop. Not today. We ain't talking about her today. Because if Lonnie has an issue with me, Lonnie can say, but I know they got an issue. And they try to use Lonnie to go up against me. Try again. Try again. Okay? But in the meantime, when I go live and I drop my link, I want these niggas that got so much issue with me, a problem with me, to hit my fucking link. And to camera up. We don't want to see your avatar. I want to see your fucking face. I want to see what the fuck you look like. I bet you I'm more handsome than all you niggas over there put together. Don't fuck with me. I keep warning you niggas, don't fuck with me. You heard me say the word nigga. And I mean it. When I say the word nigga, I be meaning that shit. You don't like me? Guess what? I don't fucking like you neither. Shout out to the chat. Good morning, Uncle L. Uncle Al, I hope you had a good Thanksgiving. I hope you enjoyed yourself yesterday. I enjoyed myself yesterday too. I, cooked me a little dinner. I still got some stuff left over from yesterday. Yeah. See, this is my usual time to go live anyway. 3:30 in the morning. But I can go live later, and I will be dropping my link. So all these motherfuckers that got an issue with Arabia Barbosa and the thickness of my lips or the shape of my face or the fact that I cut my hair on my own because I don't go to a barber. I want to see what some of these niggas look like. I'm dead ass serious. And the men that don't talk about me in that fashion, they usually camera up. I've yet to hear a lot of men that camera up in this sector who have seen me, who have seen my videos. They know who the fuck I am. I haven't heard any of them have any complaints. They might complain, they might not. I don't know. But usually the ones that camera up, they don't really have a whole lot to say. I noticed that. It's the ones that hide behind an avatar that don't look like them. That's what I got an issue with. That's why when that racist over there, that racist female over there that mentions my name every now and then, Jabba the Hutt, that piece of shit racist, when she mentions me, I don't pay her no attention. I may have addressed her in all my time on this channel a few times, but dead dogs don't get no shine over here. And I'm not gonna answer to someone that refuses to show their own fucking face. Because when you refuse to show your own face, that's showing that you're a coward. That's showing that you're insecure about your own facial features. You know, we got a lot of people in this sector that don't like the way they look. They don't like how they were born. If they could change it like Michael Jackson, they would. But they don't have the money. But they got money to give to other YouTube creators. See, instead of paying YouTube creators all this crazy money, save the money so you can get the plastic surgery so a lot of you can start looking like Michael Jackson. You want the thin nose. You want the bird-like lips. Some of you wish you could wear the Jerry curl wigs, but you can't. Some of you don't even take care of yourself. You look dusty as fuck. You're afraid that you're going to look dusty. I tell you what, do what I do. Take a bath every day. Take a bath every day. On some days, I got to take 2 showers a day. Try taking 2 showers a day. Try working a job, okay? Try not to be an ass kisser. Try not to be a dick sucker. Try not to lick another man's nuts that's a stranger on this app because he's a millionaire and he's an ex-NBA player. Try not to be an ass kisser. Try not to be a booty moocher. Don't munch on another man's hairy ass. When you can get that man's pubic hairs out of your teeth, then come back and talk to me. But don't say nothing about me. And don't try to encourage Lonnie to say nothing neither. Because I noticed that that's what people be doing over there. When I go over there to spend time with Lonnie, I don't go over there to get in verbal combat situations with ignorant motherfuckers. I go over there to listen to the content, and when she's done, I leave. I'm not there to destroy nobody's day and destroy nobody's holiday and make myself look like a jackass, because I already got that reputation in the sector of being a jackass. If you don't believe me, ask around. Ask around. Ask some of these trolls that be in some of these chats. Ask them. Ask Thick Cut, who used to do the music drops on me. Ask Andre O.D. Kimball. They did the music drops on me. Ask them. They got the videos up. They still got the videos up of me cursing, me screaming, me acting like a jackass, me singing, giggling, whispering. Ask around. You don't watch my videos? Ask around. People will tell you. People will tell you what kind of person I am, especially when I get angry. I'm not angry this morning. I'm at peace. I'm getting ready to make me another cup of coffee and getting ready to fire up me another cigar and enjoy my life. I hope everyone on this platform will soon come to enjoy their own life. Soon come. So if Easy Dizzy, Russell Red, and any of those other Cormites who got questions for me, when I go live on my StreamYard and I drop the link and I say open panel, come as you are. Hit the link and be prepared to camera up. I want to show my audience what the fuck you look like. Since I look like Dr. Rivers and Minty Fresh. Now, everyone know what Sis look like. Everybody know that me and Sis always argue with each other. We don't see eye to eye. I think, you know what? I don't mean no harm. I think me and Sis is very honest with each other. Bishop is honest with me. See, I like to fuck with people that are honest with me. Okay? We may not agree all the time. We may not see eye to eye, but I can get along with you if I know what the fuck I'm dealing with. And if I can't get along with you, I know how to stay the fuck away from you and don't fuck with you. But I'm going to say what I want to say when I get ready to say it. And if I have to say it 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 times, God help me, I'm going to say it. Shout out to the chat. We got 3 in the building. We got 2 likes. So what I must be saying, people agree, but they don't want to agree. They want to try to disagree. It's okay. Shout out to the chat, because I'm going to be me regardless. And ain't nobody going to stop me. Nobody. I'm 52 years old. None of my parents live on YouTube. My grandparents don't live on YouTube. My grandparents don't live on YouTube. My aunts or uncles are not on YouTube. So I don't have anyone on this platform that has the authority or is qualified to tell me what the fuck to do. So you're not my uncle. You're not my daddy. You're not my mom. You're not my grandparents. You're not related to me in any fashion or form. So you can't tell me what to do. I'm 52 years old. But I find that the people that have the most issues with me really wish they could be me. They really wish they could have a strap on in the house And when I get ready to put on my dick, I can just simply slip it on and slip it off. I can put condoms on my dick. I can put flavored condoms on my dick. I can use wet dams. And I can date both men and women. Be like me. Be like me. I don't want to be who you are, because you might be a loser. That's why you want camera up. We got a lot of people on this app that really got a facial issue going on. I guess people don't understand when I say I'm the BT1000, or better yet, I'm the Jeeper Creeper on this shit. When I say I'm the Jeeper Creeper on this shit, I like to think of myself, yeah, I look a little bit like that dude too. I look like that dude, Jeepers Creepers. So I must be intimidating a lot of people. A lot of people can't stand. They don't like to feel intimidated. Oh no, they don't like feeling like somebody's outdoing them. I wish you could live my life. If we could switch places for one day, how many niggas on this app would be able to do it? If you could actually go into this dresser drawer right here in this bedroom and pull out a strap on and put it on and put on a regular condom on it or a flavored condom, and you can go out and meet a man or a woman, because when you fuck people, you got to use condoms. A lot of you don't have common sense like that. A lot of you don't. You just go around fucking. You have all these kids and you don't even pay no attention to your kids because you're too busy taking care of other men on the YouTubes, and you're too busy trying to be liked by a 7-foot, low life, low vibration, bitch ass yag nigga named KB. You're a zombie. You're mad at me because I'm not a zombie. You're mad at me because I'm an independent thinker. You're mad at me because I ask questions. You're mad at me and date both men and women. So now those that didn't know that, they're really mad now. Lonnie, where did you get started? Shout out to Lonnie. Lonnie don't even know she started. She gets stuff started. It's between me and her so-called friends. But I'm going to tell you something. A lot of those so-called friends are just like that dude named Peter. Peter was in the Bible. Wasn't Peter a disciple of Jesus Christ? And when Jesus got into the trouble where he was being arrested and people recognized Peter, and they came up to Peter and said, yo, don't I know you, nigga? You look kind of familiar there. Ain't you the friend of this nigga right here that we getting ready to get rid of? We getting ready to vanquish your friend. Ain't you his friend? Peter said, no, he didn't know Jesus. They said, you sure? He said, no, I don't know this dude. They said, are you sure? We could have sworn, gosh darn, that you was one of those dudes that were hanging out with that dude. Peter said it again for the third time. No, I don't know him. The crow crowed. It made the noise. Peter got so heartbroken, he ran away. He ran away. And that's where a lot of people be doing a lot. They'll say they'll deny Lonnie. Oh, I don't know who that is. I don't know who Lonnie is. Who Lonnie? And they be sitting up in Lonnie chat laughing and talking, kicking up their heel. But as soon as Lonnie get attacked by 10 million people in this sector, they don't know who Lonnie is. They don't know how to help Lonnie. They don't know. All of a sudden, they get amnesia. Yeah. Yeah. That's what they do. Shout out to Lonnie. Lonnie, I didn't mean to use you as an example, but you know me, I always like to have fun. Lonnie always welcome to hit my link, and we can talk and laugh and, kick up our heels too. Because I appreciate Lonnie. I do. Because if it wasn't for Lonnie, there would be no BT 1000, okay? Nobody would know who the fuck I am. So I give Lonnie her flowers. And she be like, and you give Lonnie the flowers, Lonnie be like, thank you. Lonnie act like she don't want the flower. She be loving them flowers. She be smelling the flower, putting the flowers in the vase. Lonnie appreciates. She don't play and hate. She appreciates. Shout out to Lonnie. And shout out to any women that I have gone up against on this platform. Shout out to you. Those that I've not fought against, shout out to you. You know what I mean? Because a lot of the women in this sector are teddy bears to me. Real cuddly and lovable. I love each and every woman, even if you're a Carmite. I don't like your ways now. I don't like your ways. But because you female, I'm gay. I'm part of the LGBTQ community. So, I kind of like feel something for you. I'm like Shaka Khan. I feel for you. All right. I think I had enough fun. I want to thank everyone that has come into my chat, who has come into my life, has come onto my channel to visit with me. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Shout out to all of you. I love you. I appreciate you. Those that look out for me, shout out to you. Shout out to you. Shout out to my YouTube creators. Shout out to my subscribers, new and old. Shout out to my support team. Shout out to my walk chat, my walk members that be walking with me. Shout out to you. And shout out to all my haters too, because without you, there would be no me. Without arguing with some of you, I would just, get bored on the YouTubes. Let me get out of here. Y'all have an awesome day. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I hope that you'll come back over here again and visit with me, because I really want to see you, But when I go live later on my StreamYards, I want Russell Red, Easy Dizzy, and everyone else that got an issue with me to come over to the chat. They can hit the link, and when you come up, because I'm going to be cammed up, so I want them to cam up. I want all these people that call me Minty Fresh, Dr. Rivers, or whatever else they call me, to show what you look like. Just one time. You don't have to. But if I'm cammed up for 30 minutes, you're going to be cammed up for 30 minutes. And if you don't want a camera, shut the fuck up. Kufatu. Don't fuck with me. No carajo conmigo. Don't fuck with me. because I don't feel like playing with grown children. Because you all lost. You didn't pass the test. You're a bunch of self-hating, self-righteous sons of bitches. And you wish you could be like me. You wish you could date both men and women. With the face I got, yes, you wish you could do that. You wish you had my magic. You wish you had it. All right, I'm out of here, you guys. I want to thank everyone that's even trying to tear me down and destroy me and vanquish me. I want to thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my Cape Verdean heart for trying to destroy the BT1000, and you haven't been successful yet. I've been here since 2013, I believe. Yes, it's been a long time. I've been here a long time, longer than some of you. And I think that's another issue you got with me. And because I'm a part of Soda Nation, I'm down with Tommy Sotomayor. Gosh darn. That's another reason why they hate me. Okay, I can accept that. Peace out, y'all. Y'all have a good one. Thanks for coming in. Like and share the video. Hit the like button. Share the video. And if you want to, you can donate to my Cash App. If you're feeling, kind of generous, you can donate. $ Arabia at 914. Hit the Cash App. If you feel like you can do it or you want to be generous, I'll accept your donations. Thank you very much. I'm not above, asking for money. I'm just like Donald Trump right now. I don't mind asking for money. I don't mind. I don't mind at all. No, there's no, gosh darn, there's no shame in my game. There's no shame. Shout out to everyone in my chat. I can't read who that is right now. Why are my eyes so blurry? But shout out to you too. Shout out to Uncle L that's in my chat. Shout out to this other individual. Having a hard time reading the name. I don't even recognize that avatar, but I thank you for coming in. I was just gosh darn, I was getting ready to close out the video. But thank you for coming in and good morning. And I appreciate your view. Like and share. Hit the like button and share the video if you want to. Or you can, Cash App me. I'm not above Cash Apps. Cash Apps are very helpful. Yes. Okay. All right. Thank you for coming in. Peace.